are going to channel Blair Waldorf Energy, and here's how. In today's episode, you will learn how to have Blair Waldorf energy, how to master the Blair Waldorf mindset, Blair Waldorf style, how to live like Blair Waldorf, study tips, and we're going to reveal the thing that everyone wants to know, the controversial topic of, is Blair Waldorf the anti-hero? If you clicked on this video because you love Blair Waldorf and you want to know how to look like her, you want to glow up, become the best version of you, queen bee inspired, you came to the right place. By the end of this video, I will give you every single thing you would have ever wanted to know about Blair Waldorf. I'm going to deliver on the vibes, okay? Welcome back to the Get Up and Glow podcast. I am your host, Madison Haynes, your glow up self-improvement fairy godmother. Chapter number 1, how to have Blair Waldorf energy. First off, let's be clear. Blair Waldorf has two types of energies. The one that everyone loves to romanticize, which is the iconic queen bee, powerful woman, gorgeous, inner it girl Blair Waldorf. But then there's also a mean, manipulative side to Blair, which we will talk about. But for today's episode, we are going to pull the good characteristics out of Blair Waldorf so I can teach you how to glow up and become the best version of yourself. So what is Blair Waldorf energy and how can you get that? Blair has confidence and poise. If you want your demeanor to just command attention in a positive way, Blair Waldorf energy is for you. Pay attention to detail. You want to be known for the girl with a plan, the girl that always knows what she's doing. She shows up on time. She has a clean, lint-rolled, freshly laundered outfit. Blair is resilient. This means you need to practice bouncing back from situations. Okay, when life gets you down, you're gonna get right back up again, just like Blair would. She embraces challenges just head on. And she has a very strategic way of thinking when it comes to problems. Now, if you want to adopt Blair Waldorf energy when you have challenges in your life, opposed to saying, oh my gosh, the world is crumbling around me, view that as an opportunity to grow, an opportunity to dive head in and get what you want. And you know it's going to be hard work, but you know, just like Blair Waldorf would, you'll come out on the other side better. Own your style. Blair Waldorf has this beautiful, iconic, elegant style. It is her signature. She has signature pieces like the headband, for instance. Her personality is reflected by the clothing she chooses to wear. So an easy way as a first step to channel Blair Waldorf energy is to consult your closet. What image do you want to show the world? Are you into preppy looks like Blair Waldorf? Are you into more alternative wear? Figure out your stuff. Find ways to make that aesthetic into your own unique signature. So in ways that Blair Waldorf has a headband, find your inner it girl, your iconic piece. It could be your favorite piece of jewelry that you always wear. It could be your favorite signature scent, your signature pink lip color, or your handbag that you always wear, or maybe a pink coat that is different from what everyone else is doing. Or it could be a combination of everything. You could rebrand into a color, have a statement color or color scheme that is you. So people know when the girlie in pink walks by, oh, there you go, that's Madison. This is so much fun. And it is such a good step to feel like you have Blair Waldorf confident it girl energy, because genuinely, I feel like confidence starts with a great outfit. Blair is so much more than a pretty face. Really, her personality consists of beauty and leadership. So if you're a shy girly looking to adopt this Blair Waldorf energy, this is a tip for you. Start seeking out leadership roles, and this could be on a smaller scale in terms of just going and raising your hand maybe in class, or when you are in a group project, whether it be at work or at school, try and take the lead. Share an idea. Practice that first, and those little things will become less and less scary as you become more exposed to it. Make decisions. When someone asks you, where do you want to eat? Don't be like, whatever you want to eat, like I'm easy. No. You're not easy. That's okay. Say, I want to eat at the Keg. And that's where you'll go. If someone says, what do you want to do today? Don't say, whatever you want. Blair Waldorf wouldn't do that stuff. Blair Waldorf has her favorite restaurants, her favorite date spots, her favorite things to do. So you should build your life around your hobbies, and you should know what you love and embrace that. And when someone's asking you what you want, don't be afraid to articulate that. Start being assertive. You need to start calling the shots in your own life. Cultivate emotional intelligence. This is going to be very important, especially in moments when you are under a lot of pressure. I don't think we've ever truly seen Blair Waldorf sweat in a public situation. Maybe a little bit when Jenny Humphrey was queen bee and like the whole yogurt situation on the Met steps. But for the most part, Blair would absolutely go out of her way to make sure that she didn't let those bullies or anyone who was trying to undermine undermine her feel like they had the upper hand in terms of her reacting to them. But not only that, you're human. You're gonna get sad sometimes. You're gonna not feel good enough. You have 101 things changing around you in life. And in reality, we can't all just be the popular queen bee it girl. But you can practice emotional intelligence in the way of just reflecting on those emotions. Because here's the thing, we don't want to have just the surface level queen bee confidence. You want to actually be confident in who you are. You want to actually feel beautiful, feel like you can do anything. Reflect on your past, figure out where you went right, where you killed it, what made you so proud of yourself, and write those down as your list of wins. Then also go back and figure out the things that you could have done better and the mistakes you've made along the way. And don't be hard on yourself and do the whole thing where it's like, oh my gosh, 5 years ago I did the most embarrassing thing ever. No, reflect on how far you've come. That is amazing, because that's a sign that you're growing. And in another 5 years, you're gonna be looking at yourself right now and saying, oh my goodness, I can't believe I was doing that. Build a social circle. Invest time in making meaningful connections. And genuinely, the best way to do this is to be a good friend. People love people who listen to them. A lot of people just want to talk about themselves all day long. And if you want to meet friends and you don't know how, ask them about themselves and just let them talk and show genuine interest. Being able to maintain social grace, know how to deal with people, even challenging people, is going to help you get to where you want to be. You can also look up networking events, put yourself out there, put yourself in rooms where people who are already living your dream life are in. It could be as simple as going like window shopping at a really nice mall. You get to walk by people who are buying the things you could only wish to buy. You get to see how they're dressed. And it's just that energy that is so inspiring. If you want to live your dream life like Blair Waldorf, you need to start thinking like her in the way of being strategic. Develop a plan. You don't just see Blair saying, oh, I want to get into Yale, so let it be. No, Blair worked her butt off in school so she could get good grades. She made sure she did extracurriculars on top of being so busy. She went to the Yale networking events. She even went as far to figure out every little detail about that headmistress or the professor at that university, even down to the point of like who he would love to have dinner with. Be that level of proactive. Because honestly, there is someone working harder than you right now. There are millions of people that share the same goal as you, but you are going to be the one that gets there. You know why? Because you're aware that there's other people working as hard. Let's say 1 million people have that goal and only 1% of them actually do actionable steps every single day to get them to that goal. Now, out of that 1%, there's going to be people who just simply want it more than others. The people that want it the most and are willing to put in the most effort will often get the highest result. And I'm not saying you can never take breaks, and we'll talk about self-care Blair Waldorf tips later, but what I'm saying is have that goal and keep yourself accountable, because if you don't consistently work on it, you won't get it. It genuinely starts with motivation, opening yourself up to the abundance that you can receive, you will receive in your life. Think about it this way. Everything you wanted in your past, you have right now. So why can't you get that in the future? Think about how hard you worked to get to where you are right now. You're gonna have to put in the hard work too. So start by making a Blair Waldorf inspired vision board, writing those macro goals, setting them as monthly goals, and then those little monthly goals, turn them into weekly goals. You need to be resilient. Blair did not give up, even in moments when everyone was begging her to. You need to view setbacks and failures not as, oh my gosh, it's a sign to quit, but as a motivation for, okay, now I know that didn't work. Let me try something else. I said this in my last episode, but did you know that Mr. Beast literally took 4 years to get to 1,000 subscribers? 4 years! And imagine if he stopped at that one video right before it would have launched him into superstardom. Don't let yourself give up because you think it's not working out for you now, because you have no idea when it is going to happen for you. You might think, okay, it's not going to happen, so I'm going to give up today. But what if tomorrow the most amazing thing happened to you and you would have got your dream life or got closer to it? I'd rather continue working on something I loved and pivot and try new things and keep trying to make my dream life a reality than to look back at my life and say, what if I just kept trying? Would I have had what I had? Because the one thing that's for certain is you don't have your dream life now. So if you stop trying, you'll never get there. But if you keep trying and trying and trying and keep failing, sure, maybe you will end up there. I can almost guarantee you'll be a way better off for trying to do that. Okay, chapter 2, mastering the Blair Waldorf mindset. Blair Waldorf once said, you don't wait for things to happen, you make them happen. If you struggle to stay motivated and feel like you can never become the grown-up dream version of you because you're not pretty enough, you're not confident enough, nothing ever happens to you that's good, girl, you must not be following or subscribe to the Get Up and Glow podcast. Because I know if you were a subscriber, you'd be so committed to squashing those self-limiting beliefs because we do not tolerate that on this side of the internet. Regardless, I'm your self-improvement fairy godmother, and I'm going to help you overcome that. But first, comment Queen Bee Energy on YouTube so I know that you've made it to this part of the video. And if you are listening on a podcast network, give this podcast a review. Blair wants to be a powerful woman, so much so that she gave up Chuck, the love of her life, when she realized that she would have been known as Chuck Bass's girlfriend. She didn't want to be known for dating a man who was successful. She wanted to have success on her own so she could be Blair Waldorf with Chuck Bass. So why are you still hanging around with people who are dragging you down? If Blair could literally give up the love of her life temporarily to work on herself, why are you still hanging around people who are mean to you, who are not serving you, who often are your biggest haters, and you know those people and who they are? Why are you still dating the dusty guy? This is your time to start making those changes and snip all of the bad vibes out of your life. Make those small changes that will lead you to a big result. You have to start thinking, how would the future you behave? You who has all of your hopes and dreams and goals, write a list down. It's so fun. Just be like, the future me has a beautiful house, a job doing XYZ, with dating whomever, and then figure out those habits. What would her morning routine be? What would her evening routine be? Start doing that now. Blair Waldorf believes that we are not servants to our emotions and we can control them. And to some extent, that is true. Process your emotions so they do not weigh you down. And reflect and journal. And the most important thing is finding the root cause of why you keep feeling this way. Remind yourself that your brain is sabotaging you. Your brain is literally looking for things wrong, rather that be things you've done 5 years ago when you're critiquing yourself or looking for ways to make you afraid of your current situation. Know that this gist is in your DNA. We were programmed to be in flight or fight mode throughout our entire lives, way back when, to enhance our survival. So we were taught, okay, let's be nervous, let's look for people who are trying to attack us. And that's just a part of our DNA. And as we've evolved, yes, the things that we are scared of has changed drastically, but that fight or flight mode is still within you. Just know that that is just your brain sabotaging you, making you feel like in that fight or flight response. And sometimes it can help just be like, this is my brain. My brain is playing tricks on me. I am safe. Nothing horrible is going to happen. And then facing that fear. You don't wait for things to come true. You make them happen. This is my favorite Blair Waldorf quote. And it is so true. So why do you keep complaining about the same situations in your life? You keep talking about the same annoying boyfriend or that friend that you just don't like so much because you really feel like she low-key hates you. You keep complaining. You keep voice noting and texting your friends the same situation on a different day, copy, paste. But what are you doing right now to change it? You're aware that it is a problem because you keep talking about it. But if you keep talking about it, why aren't you changing it? Complaining will genuinely get you nowhere. And I honestly believe that if you were going to complain about something, you better be doing something to change it. Otherwise, you are wasting your time and energy complaining about it because you're going to just sit in the same situation anyways. Don't be that person. When you catch yourself complaining, stop and be like, okay, am I complaining because I'm grouchy and it's just a first world problem? In that case, stop. Or stop and think, am I complaining because this is an indicator that I'm not supposed to be doing this right now in my life? Have I moved past this mentally? Is this aligned with my current vision? And if the answer is no, because you keep on complaining about it, change. Even manifesting won't work if all you say is, I want to be rich one day and own a big house. Okay, so if you say, I'm going to be rich one day and own a big house, and you have a big house on your phone lock screen, and you put a big house on your vision board and do nothing. You don't go to school, you don't study, you don't go to work, you don't save, you don't learn how to invest, you won't get that big house. Your time is now. Do not wait a moment longer. You can do anything, but not everything. Stop telling yourself that your dreams are too big. Stop feeling sorry for yourself because you're in a shitty situation and you think you can't do anything to change it. Yes, you freaking can. Genuinely, the reason why 99% of people fail is because as life gets hard as they age, they stop trying. We are born into this world with the greatest power, the greatest gift of all, and that is imagination and believing that we can do anything in this world. And we go into it thinking we can be anything, we can do anything. That's why a lot of kids will say, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a brain surgeon, I want to be an astronaut. But then as life goes on, we realize, oh, that's really hard, there's a lot of obstacles, and then we just don't do it and we take an easier route. But what if you gave in to that childlike you? What if you decided, I'm going to make child me proud and work on my dream because I know that I can get there if I put in the work. Get excited about it. Nurture your childhood passions. Nurture your current passion. Because just like Blair Waldorf says, don't wait for something to happen. make it happen. In Blair Waldorf's world, not everyone you lose is a loss, and this is so true for everybody. People are truly meant to either come in your life and stay, or teach you a very valuable lesson that is going to enhance you or further you along your self-development journey. Leaving friends, family, or toxic relationships in the past is what you need to do to enhance your future. And you'll find that as you become more successful, like Blair Waldorf was, more and more people are going to have issues with you because you serve as a reminder to them all the things that they do not have. And people got uncomfortable with that. So the more moves you make, the more changes you work on in your self-development journey, whether that be to your beauty, to your education, etc., more people are going to try and bring you down. Don't let them. Don't waste a second of your valuable time and energy entertaining that drama. Think about Gossip Girl. When a Gossip Girl blast would go on about Blair or Serena, they might be a little like shook about it when they first found out, like, oh my goodness, but they didn't go and cry or waste time and effort freaking out about the fake thing Gossip Girl said about them. Half the time they gave an eye roll and then just moved on. Because in Blair Waldorf's eyes, you're nobody unless you're talked about. And don't forget, you can still love and respect somebody and not want them in your life just solely because you need to protect your own peace. Don't forget that you dress to show the world who you are and who you want to be. How you present yourself holds so much power in how people will perceive you, especially your first impression. Because your first few impressions with somebody will stick in their minds forever. So put in the effort to enhance your beauty, to make you feel confident in an outfit. Life is truly a fashion show, and have fun, wear what you want. It is time you create your own iconic style, which leads us into chapter number 4, Blair Waldorf style. This is the only Blair Waldorf style inspo that you will ever need to listen to. I'm going to give you all of the Blair Waldorf style tips that you haven't heard 101 times. Blair always draws attention in whatever room she walks in because she has that je ne sais quoi. You can just tell that she puts a lot of effort into her appearance, and people respect her because of that. If you want to be an it girl, it's not necessarily about what you wear, but it's how you wear it. If you put on an outfit and you are hunching over, or it's dirty and you have dirty shoes and holes in your pantyhose and your hair is not kept and your makeup is all under your eyes because you didn't properly take off your mascara, that is going to convey a far different message than if you had a very low-key outfit, but your hair was washed, you did your skincare this morning, you have a nice pair of shoes on, and you're carrying yourself with confidence. Your shoulders are back. Hot girl tip, you feel like you have little angel wings on your back and you're envisioning you having to stay up straight to hold up those wings back, okay? Your chin is parallel to the floor, just like in Miss Congeniality. And when you come into a room with that energy, with that confident walk, people are going to be like, your heads are going to turn, because that is so different. When you are aware of your posture, aware of your energy and how you present yourself in a room, that is Blair Waldorf energy. Throughout all of the seasons, Blair has a very mature style. She doesn't wear a lot of jeans or any jeans or pants ever other than the time at W. She really just wears a lot of pencil skirts, knee-length skirts, or dresses. And although her style did evolve from like a preppy, coquette style to more of a colorful, patterns, textured style in later seasons, the one thing that remained the same was Blair didn't follow the trends. She really just went for what Blair Waldorf actually liked, and that is why when we look back on those outfits now, we don't think that they're all that outdated. Opposed to Serena, who wore a lot of the trendy outfits, and now when we look back, a lot of those like bohemian outfits are a little bit outdated and wild. Blair Waldorf has a signature style. We all know it. Headbands, tweed, color, beautiful bags, beautiful coats. So how can you adopt Blair Waldorf style? First, don't be a minion and carbon copy everything Blair Waldorf does. Instead, take style inspiration from her. So what is it that you like? Do you love the preppy headband look? Okay, sure. Try out hair accessories. Wear headbands, sure, but try out hair bows, try out hair clips, try out new hairstyles. Do you love color? Try incorporating pops of color into your outfits. Like beautiful, you can get them really, really cheap, like colored tights, or matching your colored tights to a colored handbag. You can thrift them. You go try out different colored coats. You don't have to look at a photo of Blair and be like, okay, I'm going to buy all these things that look exactly like her outfit. Instead, you can just figure out what that is that you love about Blair's outfits and then figure out how to make that into your own thing. Going back to confidence, you want to make sure that you're wearing something that you love, but something that you also feel good in. You want to feel comfortable in it and you want to feel confident in it, because that will translate into Blair Waldorf energy. Blair's favorite stores to shop at are Barney's, Bendel's, and Bergdorf's, but I'm not saying you have to go and drop a bunch of money on designer clothing. However, quality really is king. You can get quality outfits for cheap. You can simply thrift them on Facebook Marketplace. You could go to Winners and find quality clothing for less. Or you could even start small at the Hudson's Bay if you're a Canadian girly. I love the Bay. A tip that nobody talks about that has such a big impact on how you look, just your appearance and all, is your hygiene. Smell great. Hot girl tip, put Vaseline on your body and then spray your perfume on. It will last all day. You can even spray it into your hairbrush or buy a scent that's specific for hair. Have a signature scent. Make your clothing smell good too. Wash them frequently. Have a fabric softener. That is a game changer, and it is so nice to put on your clothes in the morning and just smell the beautiful scent of whatever softener you're using. The details matter. Match your bag with your outfit. Wear a color that is within your color season. That one is a game changer. Blair Waldorf often wears different textures or different patterns. Experiment with things like that. That is such a fashion forward statement. Consider even the smallest details, like your umbrella, for instance. Invest in just like a $20 clear umbrella, so no matter when it rains, it's gonna match your outfit no matter what. Chapter 5, how to live like Blair Waldorf. I know you clicked on this episode because you want the fun girly inside scoop on everything Queen Bee. And I am here to deliver that to you and give you actionable glow up and self-development tips. So here are the mini chapters on how to live the Blair Waldorf aesthetic lifestyle. Blair Waldorf self-care and beauty maintenance inspired routines. Hobbies Blair Waldorf would do. Blair Waldorf morning and night routines. I'm going to go into all of those topics very quickly just for the sake of the episode. But if you want more, follow the Get Up and Glow podcast TikTok. I post daily Gossip Girl inspired glow up self-development content on there for you. If you want to be an it girl like Blair Waldorf, you need to start taking care of your space and your room. So here's how to stay organized and clean like Blair Waldorf. Have a hot girl to-do list of everything that you need to get done for the day and automate those tasks that you do daily. For instance, if every single day you face roll, you do Duolingo, you drink bone broth, and you drink kombucha on an empty stomach in the morning, make that your daily must-dos. Do the same thing with your cleaning routine. For instance, if you make your bed every day and give one area of your room a quick Lysol spray and you pick up the dirty clothes, have that as your daily must-cleans. Then have a separate to-do list of whatever you have to do that is specific to that day. Download the Fly Lady app and it will automate your cleaning routine. Challenge yourself this month to donating one thing or throwing it away every single day. Download Notion and make a Notion board. Make your monthly motivational lock screens. Organize your closet by color. Make your bed daily. This will change your life. And if you are someone who struggles to stay organized or just in general wants it to be easier, get organizational bins. I call these man bins in my house because I find my boyfriend finds it way easier to stay organized with his ADHD if I have bins throughout every room of the house where he can just throw his shoes in, he can throw his cords in, etc. And you can do this for any room you're in. Buy very aesthetic bins. Some of them can even literally have a lid to close so you don't see the clutter on the inside. And then you can store everything in it without having to think about it. Close the lid and it looks so aesthetic and good. I even have a old lady but aesthetic version of the vitamin sorter and organizer. Get into the habit of folding your clothes or putting your clothes away immediately. Don't let them hit the floor, okay? The second you take them off, they go away. This is your sign to get rid of the clothing chair. And you know what I'm talking about. And if this is boring, just view it as you being your own Dorota. Because Blair Waldorf always has a clean room, clean space. So you should too. This is an act of self-love. You are showing yourself that you are worthy of living in a clean space. If you want to glow up and get hot fast, here is some Blair Waldorf inspired self-care and beauty maintenance inspo. Brows make the biggest difference. Try to maintain them, get them waxed, dermablade them, and dye them. You can use an at-home box dye and it works so well. Hot girl tip, literally just buy the Just for Men's beard dye to dye your brows and it works great. Have a skincare routine and stick to it. Take beauty vitamins like vitamin C, zinc, a probiotic, omega-3s. Do your research on hot girly drinks. I have so many TikToks dedicated to this, but as a rapid fire speed round of saying all the drinks that can help you glow up without the benefits, try bone broth, kombucha, spearmint tea, apple cider vinegar diluted with water through a straw. All of those drinks have been proven to enhance your beauty in some way, whether it be through making your skin better or healing your gut health. Take care of your hair. Have a hair care routine. Use the Amika hair mask and put it on your hair and put it up in a braid throughout the day and then wash it once a week. Hair care routines. Try out rosemary hair oil for beautiful Blair Waldorf like hair that grows fast. If you're trying to grow out your hair and want it to look long and luscious, get those rubber scrapers and literally exfoliate your hair every time you shampoo. Keep learning new makeup techniques and invest in new products. A good lip color can truly take you from like a 7.5 to a 10 out of 10. Take care of your teeth. I know no one wants to hear this, but floss. And invest in a quality toothbrush. Have your nails well maintained. If you look at Blair Waldorf's nails, they're always a neutral color. They're not overly long, but they're always well kept. If you want to be an it girl like Blair Waldorf, you need to be a well-rounded girly, and finding fun Blair Waldorf-inspired hobbies are a great way to do that. Blair's very well-rounded. She's active, smart, and creative, and her hobbies would reflect that. For instance, you can commit to doing Duolingo every single day to teach yourself a new language. Go to ballet or dance class. You could simply just stretch every morning. Pilates or yoga. You could take up a sport like tennis or badminton, even figure skating. Watch old Hollywood movies like Blair does, like her Audrey Hepburn film, Breakfast at Tiffany's, Roman Holiday. Essentially, what you should do is find 3 types of hobbies. One where you can pour your creativity into, one of them that helps you release stress and work out so you can get those healthy endorphins, and one that's all educational hobby that you're going to get a lot from. If you want to live the Blair Waldorf lifestyle, it truly starts with waking up in the morning on the right foot. Be an early riser. If you struggle with this, you can get a sunlight alarm clock. You can switch the sound of your alarm to the Gossip Girl theme song or something that inspires you to get up out of bed. You could even remind yourself before you go to sleep why you want to wake up early, because you know that extra time you can give to love yourself, show yourself self-care, put more effort into your appearance, making it easier to wake up in the morning. Wake up every morning with your cup of coffee or your matcha or tea, and go and find a publication that is aligned with your vision. BNN Bloomerang is a great online website that will get you acquainted with what is going on in the world. You can start learning about finances, because if you want to become a rich girly like Blair Waldorf, that is a great place to start. You can even listen to podcasts on finance, podcasts on whatever you're interested into. You could even listen to ones like The Diary of the CEO. Having a protein-packed breakfast is going to keep you fuller for longer, and it's one of the healthiest things you can do for yourself in the morning. Fun fact, incorporating flax seeds into your diet, like sprinkling it on your salad or whatever you're eating in the morning or throughout your day, is a proven way to help you reduce acne and get gorgeous skin. Blair Waldorf would definitely be the type of girly who would visualize or manifest in the morning, thinking about all of the things she wants to do and achieve and just get her motivated and hyped. Now, after a long day of you working on your goals and hustling, you want to be able to go back and relax like Blair Waldorf would. Something that is proven to help you relax is once you've determined it is time for you to stop your to-do list and unwind for the day, turn off all of the harsh lighting and instead turn on warm lights, light candles. This is going to signal to your brain that it is time to relax. Now, only do this when you are actually going to relax, because over time, you are conditioning your brain to associate that type of warm lighting with relaxation. Now, eventually, this is going to help you feel calmer, and it's going to indicate to your brain when those lights go off and the warm lights turn on that it is time for you to unwind, and it actually can help you sleep better. Do at least one activity that is self-care related every single evening. And as you do your daily routines, like taking off your makeup, doing your skincare, for instance, find little ways to enhance or add relaxation into that. So if you're washing your face, listen to classical music. Maybe buy yourself a reflexology mat and stand on it as you're doing your skincare. Treat yourself once in a while. If it's a weekend, maybe have a glass of champagne and invest in beautiful champagne glasses. Or enjoy a nice cup of tea in a beautiful teacup. Invest in the details, okay? Beautiful silk or satin pajamas, beautiful silk or satin bed sheets. Light the candles, make this a romanticizing moment. Try out high maintenance tips for low maintenance beauty, such as doing heatless curls. As much as Blair Waldorf loves to hustle and as much as you want to work on your goals to get your dream life, take this as a sign that self-care is such an important aspect. You need to rest. If you feel sick, you should not work. And don't view that as a failure. View that as you recharging your battery so you can come out better than ever. Chapter number 6, Blair Waldorf study tips. In addition to your Hot Girl to-do list and your Notion app, I want you to start cleaning your digital space. Delete your old alarms, delete your old photos, and delete your old notes. You can delete text messages. Just declutter your digital space. Get inspired with cute decor. Invest in cute pens with motivational quotes, cute binders, etc. You can even have affirmation cards, so every single morning you can go pull from a deck that you can get off Amazon that's aesthetic and cute and be motivated and inspired. You can even put a photo of yourself as a kid on your desk, so then when you're working so hard, you can go and glance over at yourself and be like, I'm doing it for her. If you want to find more time in your day, you can habit stack. For instance, listen to informative videos on whatever subject you want to improve on when you're on the treadmill or when you're doing dishes. Your time is so valuable, and you need to start considering how you are spending it. You wouldn't see Blair Waldorf spending hours and hours wasting her time or every single day just binge watching movies. Yeah, she'll do that in moments when she's really down and she needs to recuperate. But as she goes on throughout her day, she's productive. So determine the things that suck the most time when producing the least amount of value and work on that. Because you will be so surprised how much time you get back in the day when you cut out all those things that just aren't serving you. If you're trying to study and you find it hard to stay focused, or you're trying to work and you get distracted, try out the Pomodoro method. You can buy a cute little pink timer or a static timer on Amazon for 30 minutes or an hour. And if you're doing the 30-minute Pomodoro, all you have to do is flip the timer over, work for 30 minutes, and then after that 30 minutes, take a 5-minute break, and then repeat the cycle. If you're doing that for an hour increment, you work for an hour, and then you get a 10-minute break. This is a proven method to help you focus for longer. And so is listening to classical music like Mozart when you study or work. That type of music actually stimulates your brain, helping you absorb the information and remember it. Also is great for staying focused as well. Okay, chapter number 7. Is Blair Waldorf an anti-hero? Would people like Blair Waldorf in the real world? Unpopular opinion, but when Blair Waldorf went to NYU, that is an accurate depiction of what it would have been like if she had existed in the real world. In the first few seasons, it makes sense why Blair's mean behavior worked. She had people gravitate towards her and listen to her every word. And that is because she had the best of everything. She had the most luxurious life, the hottest boyfriend, the best clothes. She carried around this vision that she had the perfect life. But as we saw in the show, she really didn't. And that led her to be very insecure. So after the first few seasons, then she started treating her friends like minions. Honestly, in the real world, people would not put up with that type of behavior for long, especially if you were getting no value from that friend. Think about it this way. If Blair Waldorf was your friend and she treated you like how she treated Serena or any of her minion friends, would you want her in your life? Her mean-like behavior and her manipulative tendencies robbed her of what she really wanted, which was Yale. And as she started to age, a lot of people grew to not like her. There's a mean streak that we just have to talk about with Blair, because as much as we romanticize her character, if we really want to become the best versions of ourselves, you will be doing yourself a disservice by saying, this is the behavior that I should emulate in order to get popular, in order to be the best version of me. Because people will end up hating you. The best way to influence people is by being kind, is by listening to them. Like I said before, read How to Win Friends and Influence People. And you will genuinely find, as cheesy as it sounds, that you will catch more flies with honey than you would with the vinegar. If you took this Blair Waldorf mindset in terms of being confident, stylish, and gorgeous, hardworking, and you matched it with being an actual kind person, a good friend, a loyal friend, you will get so much further like even Blair Waldorf herself did. Blair's insecurities run deep. And yes, she dealt with things like Serena sleeping with her boyfriend, her parents' divorce, her eating disorder. But that does not mean it is okay to go walk around and belittle people and attack them. Because that is not solving the root cause, which is what's holding Blair back. And that is why she keeps seeking validation and she's insecure throughout the entirety of the show. For instance, you should not go crazy every single time your friend is doing slightly better than you at something. Because in life, your friends will do that. Your friends will get better jobs. Your friends will move into a house before you. Your friends will get married before you. And if you view your friends' successes as your failures, that is so unhealthy. That is not energy that you should just normalize in your life. Nor is it energy that you should bring into your life through another friend. So if you want to have true queen bee energy, find friends that support your growth and you genuinely support theirs. And if you catch yourself feeling jealous, and that is normal and is okay, you have to remind yourself that you want to be surrounded by these people who have everything, because you are the equivalent of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So the more success and things that your friends get, the better that they do in life, the better life that you will live as a result. If you are the best person in the room that has the most and is doing the best, you are in the wrong room. You should always strive to be in rooms with people that are doing better than you, because you can learn from them. You can be inspired by them. So if you want to truly become Blair Waldorf and master Blair Waldorf energy, you need to stop having a minion mindset. Identify the things that you love about Blair and use that as inspiration to adapt your own personality along your own self-improvement journey to become better, not to be her. It's not about becoming Blair Waldorf. It's about learning from Blair Waldorf, the good, the bad, the beautiful, the ugly, and harnessing those life lessons to become your best self. Do not manipulate people. Listen to them. Show them kindness. You will be loved more as a result. You will be more popular. Heal your deep-rooted insecurities. Support your friends and find healthy friendships. Believe in yourself, believe in your dreams, and make daily changes to improve yourself and get you closer to your dream life. And don't forget to be the queen of your own empire.